Okay, so I started on June 1st. It's now July 1st, so my sugar-free June is complete. And it's been a success. I haven't had a biscuit, I haven't had ice cream, I haven't had a sweet candy, not even like a jelly bean, I haven't had anything, like nothing, no popcorn, you know, no chocolate. I actually watched someone who I was with yesterday eat a whole chocolate bar. You know, not the like the simple, like normal small chocolate bars, the big ones. Like the big galaxies you can buy for like £1. Like the big, yeah, I watched someone eat like throughout the course of the evening, they ate the whole lot in front of me. And I thought this is good discipline, because I would easily like have some of that, but I didn't. What did I think of them? I pitied them. I will be honest with you. I pitied them because I know that they were eating it because they couldn't help themselves, like kind of addicted kind of way, because it's not the first time I've seen them or known them to do that as well. So I know it's a little bit of a dependency thing, like, and you know when you hear people making excuses for why they drink or why they take drugs, that's what it's like I'm down, I'm low, you know, I'm on my period, all these excuses for why I must have this. So is it like a thing that women actually want chocolate? Like their body gives off something that says them go get chocolate? Or is it they feel a way? Because I don't know, I'm not a woman, so I'm open to learning here and understanding. Is it a thing like they want something and chocolate is like that fills that thing? Or is it an excuse to have it? Okay, so it's definitely a thing. Like it could almost be like medical. It could be like a prescription almost. Well, I'll say this, I'm not on my period, I don't have periods. So it's definitely an excuse for me. I have no excuse. I have no, like, you know, I can't be prescribed it. Even if it became like a medical thing and it's prescribed for women to deal with their periods, they get chocolate because that's the thing that they need to handle the situation. It wouldn't happen for me. I just, you know, obviously I have no excuse other than the fact that I'm addicted and I crave it and I want to eat it, you know, and anything else is just an excuse to say, you know, oh, I need this. When really it's just that I'm addicted to sugar and I can't help myself. This month has been really empowering, knowing that I can let go of my addiction, put it down, and it's not controlling me, I control it. And those were some of the thoughts that went through my head watching her consume her galaxy yesterday. We had a conversation about it and it was just the things she was saying, that hearing the excuses, you know. That's another thing. She actually wasn't on her period. So that's another thing I thought about, the fact that it's something she normally says that she needs to have when she's on her period, but her period it wasn't due, she was saying. She's saying she's not on her period. So that was quite an interesting conversation. I think it comes back to the addiction. I was so bad. I was like, I had chocolate in bed. I had chocolate, there's points where I had chocolate in bed, you know, made sure it was there as my thing I need to have. Like I needed to have that sweet stuff. So I'd have chocolate in my, like, I mean, what I don't mean eating it in bed, that was one thing, but I mean actually have it in bed to eat, like there, available. It was a comfort thing, or I don't know what it was, but it had to go. It had to change my ways, so to speak. That is an addiction. Now, what I would do, I avoid doing it, but when I definitely feel like I need something, because I'm only like 30 days coming off of this habit, so it's still fairly new. But what I will do now is I'll have a couple of raisins. If I want that sweetness, I'll have some raisins, some sun-dried raisins, and that's me, because I'll get that. And the thing with those is it's almost like you're eating some kind of gummy sweet, because they're chewy and they're sweet, but obviously I'm not getting all that other junk that you get when you eat, you know, refined sugar gummy sweets, you know. So that's the thing I would have as a substitute when I feel for something sweet, if that sweet taste in my mouth, that sweety chewy taste, I'll have raisins. With my cup of tea now, whereas I would have dug to like chocolate hobnobs in there, I won't have them anymore. I'll just have the tea on its own. Or I'll have the tea with something. Like when I say with something, I'll have it after a meal, after a normal healthy meal. If I feel like I want a cup of tea, I won't have the bit. I just won't have it anymore. It's just not there. It's just one of those things that I stopped doing, because I could easily eat the whole half a packet of biscuits, but I haven't done that for like a month. So I feel good in that regard. Now that I've stopped for a month not eating it, I actually want to continue going forward. Now that I could, like, the month is up and I could go back to, you know, donuts and cakes and biscuits and stuff, I actually feel I don't want to go back. I feel like I've achieved something and I feel better for it, and I want to continue in that motion. One thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to sample something to see how it tastes or how I react to it or whatever. I feel like it would be like the drug taker or drug abuser who got off drugs and then decided to try a little bit to see how he's affected by it. Like, you know, the crack smoker. Just trying a little hit just to see. Then he's off again on his whole thing again, and he's just hooked again from that one hit. That's how I feel. I could be wrong, I could be fine, but I feel strong enough to do it, but I just don't want to put myself in that. I just don't want to risk it. Don't want to risk it for a chocolate biscuit, man. One thing, I was speaking to a couple of people the other day, and one lady in particular said that her parents like gave it all up and stuff, and they don't miss it, and when they were having it, like, they craved it. So I just feel like if you get into that, if you do it again, if you get into it, like, you just have a little hit, I feel it could set you off again, like, because it's drug addictive thing. It's an addicting thing. I'm just scared, man. I will try it. I will have a bite of a chocolate, or we'll have a bite of a donut or a piece of cake or something down the line to see what you know, how I feel about it, how it tastes, you know, how I react to it. But I won't do it yet. I want to be a bit more seasoned in what I'm doing now before I do that. I don't really feel I'll notice any difference really after 30 days. I feel like maybe 90 days I may feel it may be different. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel 30 days if I have a milkshake. I don't think I'm going to feel anything. I don't think there's going to be any reaction or any, you know, other than I want another one straight after. That's what I can see happening. Or not. Or it could be just like too sweet and I don't want it. I can't have this. But I think that would be more effective. That exercise would be more effective in 90 days or 60 days as opposed to just 30 days. The first time I tried this a while back, I had a chocolate bar and it just tasted too sweet. And I had a drink and it tasted too sweet. I had an orange juice, a normal orange juice in the carton, but it was so sweet I had to dilute it, half of it with water, just so I could drink a glass out of it. That's how it was. Because you're used to the sugar and you enjoy sweet things and you eat all the time and you expect it to be sweet, and it's just, you just want it. You don't notice that it's overly sweet because you're eating it all the time. But when you stop, the minute you stop, the same thing with salty food. It's the same thing. You taste the salt or the sugar so much more. I'd love to go 90 days now. I would love to go 90 days. Yeah, this is the first 30. I'd love to go another 30 and then another 30. I would love to do that. Because then I know I'll be well in the habit of not consuming, you know, these copious amounts of sugar that I have been over the years. I would have broken the habit in 90 days, I reckon. After that 90, another 90. Oxygen. Oxygen will be next. No more breathing until I can find some unpolluted air. I don't know what will be next. What do I want to do next? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't smoke, I don't drink. You know, I'm giving up sugar. There, you said it. That is the next one. Dairy. Yeah, dairy is going to be the hardest for me. Meat wasn't so hard, you know. It wasn't so hard at all. Smoking and drinking, you know, those weren't a thing for me anyway. Like, I gave those up. I gave up smoking when I was like 22. Sugar, first 30 days, so far so good. I mean, I'm not missing biscuits, I'm not missing ice cream and cakes and chocolate so far. And I can be around people who are eating it and it's okay. Dairy, I think, will be a bit harder than sugar. I think it'll be a little bit harder.
My darkest days are blue, but if you want me to, I'll go back to the moon. Maybe I'll come back to you.